Okay, everybody, so I'll turn around here so you guys can see a little bit. This is the old Jeep, the Gladiator. I put bigger, wider, basically wider tires. They're still 33s, but they're a little wider, so they stick out way past the line. So anyway, the wife and the kids got me these fender flares off Amazon for Father's Day, and I'm working on putting them on today. These silly little plastic rivets, there's a tool that you have to have that obviously doesn't come in the kit, even though most people would have no earthly reason to own the tool. And for me, it's a 100-mile drive to go get said tool, so we're going to show you the redneck solution to this thing. The tool itself looks like a little cheap rivet nut setter, and all it does is hold this end down, and see, so it holds the thick end down while it pulls the stem out, and then you cut the stem off after you've set the rivet. While I try to do this, I'm going to try to show you guys how to do this thing here. So anyway, let me turn the camera around and we'll see what we get. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this trim tool, we're going to get this thing up in there right like we want it. Let's do that again. So we're going to get this guy set up in there nice and snug and tight. I'll probably have to put the camera down for a second. These are made to help remove these little rivets and stuff, but you could just use a pair of pliers just as easily. Either one would work just fine, because all we're going to do is pull on that stem right there while we use this nifty trim tool to show you the next part. So I'm holding that with this trim tool, or anything you can find that'll hold that will work just fine. I'm going to take a pair of pliers. I'm going to get a hold of this stem right here where my thumb is, and I'm just going to pull it out till it sets. Okay, so obviously when I do this now, I'll have a hand on the trim tool, hand on the pliers, but I needed a hand for the camera. So anyway, that's kind of what you're going to look like. All right, now here's our rivet again. Now you can see that's set in there. All I did was pull this stem out until it stopped pulling, and that basically, here's the back of that. So when this knob gets pulled down, it expands these pieces here out, and that pinches it into the to hold it in place. So then we just take a pair of side cutters like so, snip that off, and I don't know how well you can see it, but there it is. Okay, so there you guys can see this is the original factory one that's in there. And the way I'm finding to get these out is take a little punch of some kind. This is just a little jeweler's screwdriver. Put it in that center, push it through, and take your whatever you got. You can use needle nose pliers, and sometimes you just have to work on this a little bit, but we're going to push that out. Try to, if we can. I'm going to have both hands for a second. Here's one that came out a little more intact. So you can see I have pushed this from here out, right, and that, so it quit expanding all that. And you can see how those just crinkle up as this pulls together. See, this pulls back down in. I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but it kind of pinches in, see, like that. And that's what holds it all together. So anyway, now you see how they work. It makes it easier to figure out how to outsmart them a little bit. So there's the finished product. Looking down, it covers quite a bit more of that tire, so it should take a lot more of the rocks. And let's see here. To the back, same deal. We get a good look down. It covers the majority of the tread. There's very little poke this way. So they look decent for Amazon cheapy stuff. So we'll see how they hold up.